Yeah. Or something.
Definitely or something.
Almost certainly or something.
Well, that boom, one viewer in the chat. I assume it's one of you guys. It's Nick.
Huh?
There it is. In the stream already,
your...
hiding in your stream, waiting to jump on you.
Oh yeah, man! I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, he's been waiting for 3 weeks.
I've been here the whole time.
He hasn't left the stream chat since the last time we played 3 weeks ago. It's just been sitting there waiting.
I've had my desktop computer running for 2 weeks, waiting for this moment.
You guys see that we got a message in the Discord from Happily being like, "Did I miss a session?"
Oh yeah, I did.
Buddy, you're all good.
Fear not. Fear not.
We would let you know if we had a session coming on.
Yes.
Alright. So, it is a somewhat more dejected group who arrives back in Middenheim. Ulrich is in a particularly foul mood.
Correct.
Understandable.
The rest of you, I guess, are sponging a little bit off of his mood. You're all in fairly low spirits.
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward.
It's pretty awkward, for sure. So
this is the quietest I've been in potentially years.
It's quite possibly years.
Yeah.
Ever.
What do you guys do now that you're back in Middenheim?
I suppose.
Probably get a drink.
Yeah, probably kick on, hey? Just see if we can't drown our sorrows a bit.
Sorrows? Yes. Drowned.
Yeah, I think I would even do that before going back.
We stop by a bookshop and get this book called Legolas's Guide to Elf Help. Give that to Ulrich.
I will literally take a bite out of that and spit it on you if you do that. Got that big, strong dwarf jaw, you know.
Is that for helping elves
Mandibles.
You know, it's time to drown some sorrows in alcohol.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you've all got your own favourite haunts. You could go to the Coppershiners. You could go to the Manor War. There's a few other places that you've not necessarily been to that you could try out if you wanted to.
What was the one with the really racist guy?
I feel it might have been the Man.
That was not here. That was in Salzenmund.
Ah, apologies.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully he doesn't have a brother.
He's franchising.
Yeah, so there's plenty of places you could check out. There is, let's see, there is the Singing Moon, the Templar's Downfall, the Last Drop. That's up in Rolling Stone, isn't it?
There's one in Coburn as well.
Yes, there is. There is the Drowned Rat.
Ooh, I like that one.
Let's go there.
The Laughing Jackass.
Oh no, that's not the mood.
The Prospect.
Too apt, two on the nose.
There is the Graf's Repose.
Oh no, nothing that fancy.
The Harvest Goose.
Ooh.
The Red Moon, which, if I remember rightly, the Red Moon is quite exclusive, but like it's a good time. The Heaven's Lament. The Blazing Hearth.
Those last two sound like strip clubs.
Templar's Arms.
Gay bar.
The Showboat.
A showboat?
Name your poison. We'll go.
Drowned Rat.
Drowned Rat?
I feel like the Drowned Rat really epitomizes the mood.
The Harvest Goose. The Drowned Rat. Alrighty.
I'm torn between Drowned Rat and Singing Moon, but I think, yeah, Drowned Rat.
Okay. All right. So the drowned rat is 16. All the way out here in the Ostwald district. It's a rough neighborhood.
I mean, only the suitable neighborhood for me now.
Dirty and horrid, the drowned rat is one of the most notorious dives in Middenheim. The interior of the tavern is dark, dingy, and malodorous, with a low ceiling and half a dozen small and battered tables scattered around the room. The decor is completely obscured by dirt. There are rooms to rent here, but the bed linen gets changed once a year, if you're lucky.
Oh,
Bed bugs plague anyone sleeping there, and many visitors find they develop a bad case of galloping yellow scumpox.
Jeez.
Oh.
Drunks argue and sing all night long, and the doors don't lock properly.
I thought we were
Breakfast.
role playing in Warhammer, not just describing my house.
Yeah,
This
boy, there it is. Breakfast here consists of stale bread dipped in tepid drippings from a night or three prior.
Tepid dripping is just not. That's not a good phrase.
The drinks consist of various evil flavors of watered down rotgut liquor.
So maybe we chose poorly.
I'm not saying
feel
you
like
chose
we may-
poorly. I feel like you might have chosen appropriately, if I'm honest.
We're staying
But-
here for
Yeah.
a drink. We don't have to stay here.
Yeah, but it's water.
Also true.
Well, I suppose I will get drunk slower for me.
We can always just yelp it, you know? We can find somewhere else. Start a pub crawl.
Not for you, laddie.
That's true.
My night's just gotten started.
Exactly. There's so many places we could go.
Aye. So bloody many, but never enough.
At the end of the day, like, it can only get better from here, right? So that's a good thing.
It can only get...
My face is just... It's you know when someone makes a really fucking atrocious joke and you get that look of like, no, just no.
Quiet.
Alright. So, as you enter the drowned rat, there's that very classic, like, everyone stops what they're doing and looks at you as you enter the premises. A bunch of grubby, unshaven, unkempt, bloodshotted eyes all stare at you as you walk into this. Let's be fair, it's a bit of a hole.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You guys ordering drinks?
Such as they are.
Hey, give me your strongest.
The man behind the counter. He he looks you up and down and says, "Are you sure that's what you want, lad?"
Oh, aye. I need a stiff drink of a lifetime.
Very well. And he sets out some very dirty shot glasses and starts pouring a slightly cloudy but mostly clear liquid into them.
Slightly cloudy?
Yeah, so it's like you think that it's meant to be clear, but it's kind of not. It's
Cheap.
Right, okay,
it's
gotcha.
Yeah. He says that'll be 2 coppers.
Aye, as you were, laddie. Where is my copper? Oh, do you mean brass pennies?
That's the one. Yeah. Sorry.
I'll chuck 2 brass pennies on the bar.
Cool. That was enough to buy drinks for all of you. Let's say it's
Nice.
pretty fucking cheap here.
Thanks, mate.
Well, I haven't found alcohol that'll kill me yet, so...
Alright, well, you drink this and you think you might have found it. This might be it. You're fairly certain that whatever this is made of should not be consumed.
Amazing.
You could probably find good use for it stripping paint off of walls. And that's probably all it would be good for. Except for maybe turning you blind and giving you a premature death.
Wonderful.
Wise. Wise.
I'll give it a sniff, and I'll say, Ulrich, you need this more than I, and I'll pass him my shot glass.
I'll just nod and be like, "Hey, you're not bloody wrong, lass." Down it.
Mm-hmm. You definitely need to make me a consume alcohol test.
Without
Does it
a
count
doubt.
as alcohol?
It does.
In the purest
In
sense.
the
It's a very
purest
hard-
sense, yeah. I think it might just be methanol.
Consume alcohol.
Like, I don't even think it's ethanol. I think it's just methanol.
Is it just challenging then?
It will be average.
Excellent.
Much like the drink.
Oh, crit success.
What can I say? Classic dwarf
You
maneuvers.
managed to make your own alcohol out of whatever the hell you just drank. Purify it. You distill it.
Where is? Isn't it? Oh no, it's wounds. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Alright.
So are we finding a table?
Hey, may as well stick here for the night, and then I'll make my way up tomorrow morning.
Perhaps we can try some other bars.
Aye, aye. I'll just continue ordering the strongest drinks that I can.
I will not drink here.
Yes, I wouldn't even recommend
Oh.
drinking the water.
Between places, I'm just going to be sipping from my remaining bottle of fancy wine. And just
Yeah.
sharing with the group.
I've got a bottle of wine as well. I was gonna uncork it, but then I was like, you probably can't just do that in somebody else's establishment.
When,
One you could-
Nothing
To
stopping
be
you
honest,
drinking
yeah,
it
they
while
probably
walking
don't
between
care.
taverns, though.
Yes, agreed.
except for common decency, but we don't have any of that.
Certainly not.
I put up a facade of common decency.
So you find a table. You're still getting a lot of like side eyes from the other, I guess, residents of this tavern. They do look like residents. They don't look like they've left their chairs in quite some time. Looks like the dirt
think
and
most of
dust
them
is sort of
died.
piled up around them. Sorry, what was
Okay.
that, Luke?
So is that because most of them have actually the chair, but no one's come to check on them?
You could check if you want, but there's definitely they turn just to look at you, so you would assume they're still alive at the very least,
That's good news.
unless it happens to be like a necromancer's bar, and these are all undead. That'd be awkward.
It'd be such a cool
Sure
encounter.
would. I certainly hope it isn't.
Now there's an idea. Not for tonight.
I'm
I
trying
haven't prepped that.
desperately. Oh, you could call it the last drop.
There is a last drop here already.
That's the necromancer's bar.
um,
Actually, no, it wouldn't be. It could be the second to last drop.
where is the last drop?
I'm genuinely concerned.
Okay. The last drop is not much better than this place, if I'm honest. I'm just reading up the notes on it.
No.
Well,
The
we
sign,
can only go up.
yeah, the sign of the last drop is a small gibbet with a hangman's noose.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought Ulrich would look at that and just be like, "Hey, he looks how I feel." And then just go on.
Alright, the innkeeper walks over to you and says, "Are you on food or are you just drinking?"
Wait, what did you say?
"Do you
Just drinking at this point, sir.
want-" Well, order at the bar.
Hey, I'll do it.
I would go up and buy like a mid-range round for everyone if that exists.
Sure. That'll be, for everyone, it'll be another 2 coppers, so... two brass, sorry, I'm stuck in, bloody
D&D land.
D&D land.
The inferior system.
Ugh.
And is this arguably less horrendous than the previous?
Um,
Way to die.
you can inspect it before you drink it if you want.
Yeah, I'll give it a cheeky inspect.
Probably best
Sure.
not to.
I'll say it is an average perception test.
Oh, good.
Yeah, good. Off to a cracking start. Yeah, it is. Well, to you it looks like ale.
Alright, I'd provide a round of ale to the group, then slap it down on the table. Here you go. Fellas.
Hey, thank you. Down it goes.
As you drink it, it very much tastes like, for probably the most descriptive term, it just tastes like piss.
Huh.
Yeah. You would not be surprised if someone had taken a leak into the keg that was drawn from.
Oh, good.
He's something better than this, laddie.
Oh, look, I tried. It's wasn't my fault really. Got what I was given. So if you want something better, on your hop, champ.
All right then, I'll go do it myself. And I'll hop up to the bar. Just be like, give me something better than what you just gave my friend over there.
And the innkeeper says, "Huh. Yeah, okay." And
Yeah, alright.
he produces another set of very unclean looking shot glasses and pours a very dark looking liquid into them. And says there'll be 4 brass pennies.
Hey, here you are then. Pay my 4 brass pennies. I'll pay my dues.
So you bring that back to the table. If you guys want to consume, you can.
We'll consume.
Yeah, why not?
We will consume.
Cool. This is definitely the best of the things you've drunk here. It's still pretty average. It's some sort of like vaguely aniseedy, like liqueur type thing.
Is it absinthe?
I wasn't going for absinthe. I was actually going for Jägermeister.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Chartreuse?
Delicious.
No, I was thinking more like Jaeger.
Yeah.
Jaeger bums for the boys.
I got too drunk on those. I can't stand the smell of Red Bull anymore.
Yeah, you're fine,
Consume.
Lucian. That's fine. I wasn't gonna make you do it for just the one drink you've consumed so far, so that's fine.
Okay.
The other guys have had at least 2, so it's.
Right.
I will get Steph to make one though. Average consume alcohol test, please.
That I can do.
Not Ulrich?
You got a crit success last time, so I'm saying that that's rolling over.
Nice. A strong level.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. Look, it's
Ha ha ha.
it's not good alcohol, but it's definitely better than what you've had so far.
Wonderful.
Um,
A distinct improvement.
yes. So I would I would assume that's the sound of food being consumed.
Good girl.
That's
Lisa's
maybe me.
Can only hope.
Lisa's just complimenting
It's
you on
really
actually
crunchy
eating.
alcohol.
What was I gonna say? So yeah, do you just sit in broody silence, or do you like talk about what happened?
Tell us about your feelings.
I like to think that if anyone asks him about it, Ulrich will just be like, mm, mm. You know? Like that super over stoic, like, yes, And that's it.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
So after sitting and drinking and generally feeling sorry for yourself, the innkeeper comes over after probably another 20 minutes, half an hour, and says, if you're not ordering food, I'm gonna have to ask you to finish up your round and move on out. I've got paying customers who'd like to have that space.
Alright,
Okay.
I think that's our cue.
Alright then. Suppose we can move on, why not? And I'll slump out of the chair.
You wanted to go to that singing one, was it? Johanna?
Oh yes, the Singing Moon. Let's go there next.
Singing moon. Alrighty.
Oh, this is the pub crawl app.
It kind of is. It's turning into a pub crawl episode. Okay.
How many
Bound
pubs
to
does it
happen
take for
eventually.
a dwarf to talk about his feelings?
Not enough. Alright, so
mm.
the Singing Moon is at 5, all the way on the opposite side of the city.
Ah.
So plenty of time to sober up a little bit as you wander over.
I finally get an opportunity to drink some wine.
So, because you have had essentially a Jaeger shot, I will get you to make a consume alcohol test now.
Yep. The likelihood of me doing better is low. Oh wow, I
There
did.
you go. Everyone is holding their own quite well. All right, so I can close the drowned rat. We've been there. It wasn't a good time.
No.
Okay. Right. So, you make your way to the Singing Moon. When you get there, there is a bouncer at the door, and he looks at you and says, "Have you paid your membership cost?"
How much?
Well, it's 2 gold coins for a year's admission.
Each?
About an hour.
Each.
An hour?
And then looking past Johanna and Hiker, he spots Ulrich and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, we actually don't allow dwarves in here."
Wow,
Go on.
surprise.
Oh, that was not the right thing to say today, my friend.
I begin pushing my way through the others. I look him dead in the eyes and be like, "What was that, laddie? No fucking dwarves."
Yes, this is an elven establishment. We don't allow dwarves in here.
Oh, it's an elvish establishment, isn't it? Oh, alright then. Well, how about you fuck off from the door and let us in so I don't fucking punch you in the eye?
He looks down at you and sort of smirks a half smile. He's like, "No, I'm afraid I cannot permit you to enter, Master Dwarf. It is against the rules of the establishment."
the rules of the fucking establishment. Do you have any idea how much trouble you fucking elves have caused me? Hey? Do you? Do you have any fucking idea? Huh? Alright, now move aside. I just want a fucking drink, lad. I'll try to push my way through him.
He puts a hand out to stop you. And you are met by a surprisingly strong force. Like, he looks wiry, but he's stronger than he looks. It is. I do apologize, Master Dwarf. It is not my choice in the matter. Unfortunately, these are the rules of the owner.
Hey, do you lads want to step back a moment?
I understand that there's a very fine dwarven establishment, the Coppershiners, I believe it's called. You're more than welcome to head on over there.
I'd like to take off my shirt, crack my neck, and just go, "Hey, laddie, it's a shame, because I can't go to that establishment. This is all I got left, you see, laddie. You fucked with the wrong fucking slayer." I'm gonna punch him in the head.
Do it.
As hard as I can.
Make a melee brawling test.
Right, I don't have brawling.
You don't have brawling?
I don't have brawling.
That is a big shame. You're going to have to do a basic weapon skill test then.
Okay. So just pure weapon skill?
Pure weapon skill if you don't have melee brawling.
Alright. And I'm assuming it's challenging.
It is challenging.
Oh boy! Oh boy, actually that's not too bad. I modified the shit out of that.
Nice.
Ooh.
He's going to attempt to do a dodge. I'm going to say he probably gets that. He's an elf after all. No, he fails. You clock him. You went for his head. You definitely end up swinging a bit too low, and you catch him in the gut, which works for you. He doubles over. He doesn't fall. He doesn't fall down, but he doubles up.
Alright, lads, come on. In we go, eh?
As you're about to step across the
Follow it.
threshold, two more elvish bodyguards exit the building and block your way.
Ulrich, do you really want to go into an elven establishment? I understand the principle, but really?
I'll like start nodding my head up and down with the smile that's like, hey, I think now I do. You know, if they're blocking the way, something good must be inside, don't you think, lassie? I'll like crack my knuckles and go down the other two.
I do enjoy that none of you are trying to stop him. Really, it's quite
Just wanna
fun.
let him-
It's
Like,
very.
it's-
He'll
it's
tire
like
I
himself
just,
out.
It's
I
like
want
trying
to
to
see
stop
where
a
this is
freight
going.
train. I can only do so much.
All right.
I'll just say, look, Ulrich, you got a good head in. Surely it's time to bother a different man tonight, huh?
Oh no! Oh no! I can't stop until I've had my satisfaction. Don't know what that implies, but
I can't get no.
anyway, I'm going to try clocking one of those two guys.
Sure. Make another weapon skill test. Cool. All right. Now they outnumber you 2-1. So let's see
Indeed
how
they
that.
do.
Let's see how that goes. Yeah, cool. They pass this time. The first one grabs your hand. The second one grabs you by the shoulder, or your opposite shoulder, and they throw you down the stairs.
Da-dunk, 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 da-dunk.
You may or may not. I don't know if the rest of you want to step out of the way, or if you're willing to get caught up in
Yeah,
the
step
dwarven
out
fury.
of the way.
Yeah, stepping out of the way makes sense.
It literally fucked up immediately.
In depressed rage, I'll just be like, "Fuck you, fuck all of you lads," and I'll walk away to the next pub.
I will follow to the next pub.
Well, being that you are at the Singing Moon, there is one just around the corner called the Templar's Downfall. You could check
What's
that
wrong?
out.
Absolutely. Surely that won't be run by elves.
You would think.
Fucking elves. They ruined my life.
Oh, that's right. I
I
forgot
mean,
about
kind
this one.
of.
Right, this place is very fashionable looking. There's a crowd of people queuing to get in.
Oh, no.
And everyone that you can see who is queuing to get in is dressed to the nines, like they're wearing their finest outwear.
I wish I had prestidigitation.
That is the wrong system.
Yes, it is. Do we want to waste our time lining up?
I will make a point to mention that this place is owned and run by an individual called Jorg Michael.
George Michael.
Like,
Like George
Like George
Michael.
Michael, yeah.
No, I wouldn't mind bloody meeting up a little old bloody York Michael if we can.
I think he's actually
I
going to
mean-
meet us.
And are we gonna get let in? Like, we've just come off the road.
You don't know. You could have a look.
I was more posing that to the party.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I think we just continue walking, honestly.
Hey,
I don't
you
even
fancy
think
for
we'll
my
Let's
see any
just-
shirt.
Did we just go to the Man of War?
Let's do it.
hey, may as well.
Gonna go to the Man of War.
At least we'll get decent food.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey.
you've been to the Man of War before. You know what to expect. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty decent. The Man of
It's
War.
our pay grade.
Yeah. So I don't. Have you all been to the Man of War before? You have, haven't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you all have. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we've met up there a couple of times.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So you enter the Man of War. Captain Yan spots Johanna. It's like, Johanna, finest rum for you, my friend.
Thank you, and some for my friends as well, please.
Of course. And he gestures one of his servers to lead you over to a private booth. And he comes over personally and pours you each a drop of the Wastelander Alt Gibruntod, imported from Marienburg. It's a very fancy rum.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Why don't we just start here? This place is
very
amazing.
much your finest run, friend. Thank you.
Mm.
For you, my friends, on the house.
Ah,
That's more like it.
You're
see,
a
I
good
told
sport.
you, a very, very fine establishment.
Can we get some bread and cheeses?
Of course. Of course.
There's little brand olives if you have them.
I will take my rum and follow across to help carry everything over, and flip some coins, etc.
Marvelous. So,
I will,
Nice. Like that.
I will, while that's happening, take out of my backpack the goblet I picked up.
oh yes.
Ulrich, I don't know if you want this or not, but I took it when we're back at the hold, and I'll pass it over to him, and it's a goblet with your house seal on it.
I'll keep it. But know this. When my head comes off of my body, it sits in this goblet until the end of time.
That's not at all grim.
Well, I mean, you know, in the grim darkness of
The past.
I guess.
the second year, I guess.
I suppose I will have to chop it up then.
Say, I will do you one better if you like, and when your head comes off your body, I'll turn that into a goblet.
For the first time since the announcement of Slayerdom, I give a little wry smile and like, hey, suppose you will. Hey.
That feels very corny.
Hmm.
Full
Mm.
of corn.
Hmm.
Skulls for the
More rum.
skull throne.
Hey, Rob lads!
I will get you all to make another consume alcohol test. This is a strong liquor after all. Still just average. Marvelous,
Oh.
marvelous, marvelous.
Wow.
Heck yeah, brothers.
Today is the day.
We're gonna be poor by morning. At this
And
rate.
are we not?
Marvelous. Look at you, bloody pros at drinking.
Hmm.
So the table is filled with breads and cheeses and some, cured meats. There's some grapes. Some pears that have been imported from Kislev. There's a type of soft cheese that's come all the way from Bretonia. It's not quite like the
Ooh.
hard sort of cheddar that you're used to here in the Empire. And
Big fan of
you're
cheese.
having a pretty nice spread. Basically, it's quite nice. And because you're friends with Captain Yan, he's offering you fairly decent prices for it. All up, all of the food you have acquired has probably only cost you, between the group, maybe.
Is that a cat?
It is. That is Bronx.
Ugh.
Oh,
Like 6.
sorry, carry on.
Like 6 copper. That's 6 brass.
If you're on your own there. Actually, not
That's
true.
very cheap.
Yeah. Well, mates rates.
Yeah.
And as you sort of sit and eat and drink, one of the bartenders. It's not a very busy night tonight. One of the bartenders pulls out from behind the bar a violin and starts playing some ditties.
Is there a particular name of the song?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
I can just imagine hearing like a very sad violin, then followed by jaunty music. But still sad. Still sad violin.
So now that you've had some food, how are you feeling?
Not great, but better. Like really not great, but better.
You'll love to see it.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
I'm kind of just going with the flow.
Yeah. As I said before, you guys are all kind of definitely sponging a bit off of Ulrich's mood. Like he's very down, and you're picking up on that vibe, and it's affecting your own moods as well. Although the whole affair was quite abrupt and as you said before, it's kind of awkward because you're like, oh shit, like now we can't go into any dwarven establishments with Ulrich. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're just trying to be those like little gutters you can get in like bowling alleys. We're being that for Ulrich.
The night sort of progresses on a bit, and eventually, I should say Anne, Ulrican priest, enters the bar. And he sort of looks around the bar. It's kind of a look of disdain. He's not terribly wanting to be here from what you can see. And he spots your group. And he wanders over. Well met, brothers, sisters.
Hey, how are you?
I am well. I have been sent by Brother Bengt of the Temple of Ulrich. He wishes to gather yourselves and others of importance together for a meeting of dire consequences.
Dire?
Indeed.
Alright then.
As in right now.
Tomorrow at noon.
Oh, good. We'll
That's
be awake by
kind.
then.
He intends for us to meet at the Collegium Theologica to avoid, let's say, any untoward feelings about being in certain people's territories.
So you know.
Okay.
Well, let's just say that there are certain individuals who will be invited to this Congress who would not like it if it were held in the High Temple of Ulrich, let's say.
Yeah. Well, leave us to our drink and we'll see you at noon.
Indeed. May Ulrich bring you strength.
We will need it.
And he leaves. Not long after, Captain Yan comes up and says, "What was he doing here?"
Well, there are
Apparently we've got something
fire
or something.
meetings.
Sounds like you need another round, my friends.
Does sound
Indeed.
like we need another round.
And
Hey, it does.
fortunately for you, I brought one. And he reveals that he had a tray behind his back the entire time with a round of drinks on it.
Hey!
He's just too
You
good.
are a good man.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Oh, that's good content.
He presents you with these drinks, and the night is yours to spend it how you will.
It'll be spent drinking. That's for sure.
It'll be spent drinking.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to assume now that you've settled in at the Manor Wall, you're probably not going to leave the remainder of the night.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's unlikely.
I'm going to get you all to make for me one final consume alcohol test. This time will be challenging because you've been drinking consistently for a while now. Cool. Fine. Nice.
Ulrich can't get drunk anymore.
You can't get drunk anymore.
It's the Slayer curse.
That would be the worst. So it's challenging now.
Challenging, yep.
Fucking party time.
Cool. Okay. So the following morning, you guys all wake up. The two of you who failed will have a fatigued condition, which will last for, let's say, oopsies, 1 hour. Well, that's not too bad. You can live with that. Get a hot, greasy meal and you'll be fine.
Get out of the way.
Love a hot greasy meal to me. Sounded so much worse than I intended. Oh,
Yeah.
well.
I'm not going to
happens.
comment. That's fine.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
I'm not allowed in KFC. No.
So
Anyway.
yeah, so it's relatively early-ish in the day. I would say, maybe 8. You've got a few hours before having to meet. Do you have any plans you would like to enact? Anything you'd like to catch up on?
I will be finding a hot greasy meal.
Oh, I mean, surely Captain Yan can sort you. Come on now.
Sure, Captain Yan can.
I think I'm gonna go buy a dog. Wink.
Wink. Nice.
Wink.
Didn't you already buy a dog?
Yes, but this is
'Cause it was getting prepped or some such.
yeah. So you go and purchase the dog. You
Is it mechanical
come back with dog. I will also say that during that period of time,
Mhm.
you got the start of one of your Slayer tattoos.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Awesome.
You haven't shaved your hair yet. I'll say that much.
As we know, I have a lot of struggles with that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have got the start of one of your Slayer tattoos, so they've started on, let's say, your right forearm,
Uh-huh.
and so far it's you know, like what a Slayer's tattoos are supposed to do. They regale the tale of your adventures, essentially. So it starts by explaining the reason why you became a Slayer in sort of like not pictographic form, but like it's all metaphor and simile and all that. You know,
Yep.
it's so
Very high art.
exactly. Only another dwarf would understand what it would be, what it would mean to look at. To the other humans, maybe our dwarf weeb might understand or be able to gain some sort of understanding of what it means, but the rest of you would just be like, "Oh, cool, tattoos."
Are they actually like images, or are they more like Celtic designs sort of
They're
thing?
sort of more like Celtic
They're more like
designs,
Celtic
if I remember.
designs, yeah.
Yeah. But the idea is that you could look at it and go, "Oh, that's where he's done," but you wouldn't. As a mere Umgak motherfucker, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a cross between like Celtic and Maori, I would say.
Mm,
They're very swirly.
They're very swirly.
very swirly.
So that probably goes up to probably just your forearm. It's not huge, because you know it's only the start of your story as a Slayer.
Yeah.
You know, we're not talking it's like a half sleeve here. It's just a piece so far, a piece of the puzzle. Do the rest of you wish to do anything in this period of time?
I might have a little stroll down to the waterfront markets and see what various things are for sale.
I might swing by my little lodge and see if Professor What's His Face has come up with anything exciting since I've been gone.
Okay.
I'm going to go have a bath and get my clothes cleaned.
Sensible. Alright, so there is no waterfront markets as such.
Oh,
Being that this is...
Even a pond.
Well, there is a lake in the middle of the Great
Fair.
Park, but there's no market around it, unfortunately. Your
Any
best-
just landlocked ones?
Yes, funnily enough, the Altmarkt has a large market.
That makes sense.
Why can't I see it? There, Altmarkt. Which you're not too far away from. You know, it's here. You guys are over here-ish at So it's not too far away.
Yeah, I'll go see if there's anything interesting.
Cool. Make for me. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
I don't know. The idea of buying a dog seems pretty nice. Something like that. Maybe a parrot.
And you already have a monkey.
Wing.
Do I?
Yeah, you've got a monkey.
When did I get this monkey?
You bought it ages ago.
It's proper dead now. It hasn't been fed in weeks.
It's actually no. I thought I hadn't got him in character yet.
No, yeah, you've had a monkey for a bit now.
Oh well, then I will go down to the markets with my monkey for a stroll to buy him a banana.
To buy him
Or some fruit.
I was gonna say if you want to buy him a banana, it's gonna cost you a bloody arm and a leg. They're not hard to find here.
No, I think
sorry,
we'll
they're
go
not
for some
easy to find here.
cheaper.
Yeah,
We'll go for some cheaper.
Potassium-based product.
yeah, you could
Exactly.
probably get him some nuts. Maybe,
Yeah, we'll get him some of those.
maybe like a plum or
George.
something. You know, plums, apricots,
Yeah.
maybe. You're not gonna
Plums for George.
not gonna get bananas, unfortunately. They'd have to be imported from. Where would you even get bananas in this world? The New World, like
Hey.
Lustria.
Oh
I
yeah.
guess.
They have to be shipped across the sea.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've established we're not getting bananas.
Bananas
'cause
is a no.
I like George, but not that much.
Yeah. He's perfectly happy with nuts or a plum.
Alright, we'll find him some plums, some nuts for George.
Excellent. Gotta keep his plums and nuts in check.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yes.
All right, Luke. You said you wanted to go back to the alchemists and see if his name, whose name has gone from my brain, Al Azir, has come up with anything more interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. He welcomes you back and says, Lucian, it has been a while since we have seen you.
It has. I feel aged more than time, honestly.
And have your travels brought you any new information to share with us here at the Guild?
Did I have told them about the Kababrikos issue?
The Kababrikos issue. You may have done. I think you probably would have done.
I feel like I would have just revealed him the story of this and said that there's just currently no satisfactory outcome in terms of a cure.
Mm.
Not as much plague and medicine and illness that I've dealt with in my travels. The rest of it's been rather visceral, I'm afraid.
Fair enough. Do you require more of my experimental throwing potions?
I would, and I also would. Have you had any more, I don't know, breakthroughs with this sort of ability?
No, unfortunately not. I have still at where I was before.
See, I might, just as a little bit of, a little flexy flex, I might show my, I'll just show him that potion I made. The healing potion that gives you, like, plus armor for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And look what I made. Like a proud dad moment.
Sure. He takes a look at it. Hang on, I might even have a character sheet for him. I probably do. Generally, he's going to make a test to look at
The one that gives gain armor and immunity to psychology.
He's going to... He looks at it and, takes a small glass straw and takes a tiny droplet out and puts it on a piece of glass and looks at it under a magnifying lens and says, yes, this is exquisite quality that you've got here, my boy. Well done. And he then puts a drop on his tongue and sort of balanced. You have managed to... It appeals to both the phlegmatic and the melancholic humours. It's good. This is well done.
I appreciate that. I just need to work on a way to repeat the process, I suppose. Make it a mainstay.
As it were, and as the adage goes, practice makes perfect.
Indeed.
Yes, if you do wish to purchase some more of my throwing potions, you are more than welcome to.
There were 2 gold each from memory, weren't they?
It is 2 gold apiece, that is correct.
I might grab one of the stun one. What was that one? I think it was the...
Oops, hang on. I've accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. Hang on. Is potion of weakening.
Yeah, weakening. That's one. I'll grab one of those.
Sure. I realised that we didn't do for Steph and for Luke, we didn't do your downtime from previously. So I have kept tabs on what currency you had prior to this session starting. I will assume I will just draw this currency from that amount.
Okay, so just leave whatever I have currently here.
Yeah. So I will say that was...
So I just changed my gold from 2 to 0, so I don't know if you've made any amendments.
Okay.
It should be 11 or 9.
I had it down as you had 8 gold before, so...
Should I have 10 total then? 8 2, so it should be on 8 now, or... Because I already had 2. I don't know. We'll just leave it as it is.
You would also have received... We'll worry about that later. We'll get back to that. Cool.
Can I add extra gold in as downtime? Can I just buy one of the others each as well? So
Yeah, by all
Cool.
means. So we can just say that was part of your downtime activities.
Yeah.
So that puts you down to, by my maths, 4 gold coins and some shillings. Cool. Hiker, you go back to the Grand Guild of Wizards.
Yeah. And
Go to your.
do they have a laundry service? Or do I-
They would do, yeah. It's they have servants and whatnot that can take your clothes or robes and clean them.
Yeah. So I'll do that. I don't know if I need to go to a bathhouse or not.
There is a
But I think I will.
a copper tub that can be brought up to your private quarters and filled with water if you wish to have a bath.
Yeah, I'll just do that actually. I think
Cool.
spend some time thinking.
Yep. Get Oswald to shampoo your hair for you.
No. He
No.
did that.
Our relationship is not that strong.
No.
Cool. Johanna, you do manage to find some plums and a small bag of nuts for George, and it'll cost you like let's say 6 brass coins.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So you do your wandering. You you bathe. You get tattooed and buy a dog. All that sort of stuff, and then you all meet.
This one does.
as one does. You all meet at the Collegium Theologica just before midday. The Collegium is at 29. It is here. So, for Hiker, it is just across the way. The rest of you, it takes a little bit of more time to get here. When you
I'll
arrive,
get there last.
you'll get there last.
Yeah, because I'll
Leave the
literally
latest.
walk across
Yeah.
right before.
Alright. So, you all, as you get there, one of the librarians sort of directs you. So they're just through here, down the hall, take a right, up the stairs. Follow that corridor all the way to the end. There is a meeting chamber. That is where you will find your people.
Alright. Come on, you old wolf.
So, you follow the instructions, you make your way to this meeting room. As you enter, Brother Banked, which I think not all of you have met, some of you have met, but not all.
Yeah, I've met him.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I've met him.
I'm sure we were there when we met the bank.
Let me see. I can tell you if you have met him because it will say that everyone has seen his character sheet.
I met him when I went to the temple with Wolfgang.
Yes. Also, you have all met him because during that time when you were interrogating that guy whose name I don't remember, he came in and took him away.
Ah, okay.
So you have all met him. Yep. So Banked is just inside the entryway. He greets you as you enter and he says, welcome. I'm glad you got my missive. Glad you could be here. It's important that you're here for this.
But, so important that you needed us here today, lad.
We'll wait till everyone to arrive and then we can discuss.
We're all here, right? Like, we're all...
You're all here, but there are other people in the room as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's not just you guys. There are other people here. So, who is here that people will recognize? Let me see. So, Hiker, you will recognize immediately after casting your gaze around the room, Jana Ibahar, the deputy head of the Guild of Wizards. She is here.
Yep.
Seated next to her is a man who looks, by his garb, at the very least, to be another wizard. You would hazard a guess, based on his clothing, that he is a wizard of the what color is Shimon? It's gold, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Balthazar Gelt is a
Yeah.
Shimon.
So you, based on his clothing, you can gather that he would look like he is a gold wizard. And you hazard a guess that it could be the actual head of the Guild of Wizards, Albrecht Helser, who you've not actually met. But
What was his name?
Albrecht Helser.
Oh,
The lot of you also recognize Baron Heinrich.
We all love Baron Heinrich.
Baron Heinrich. You all also recognize two individuals that you met and fought alongside during the retaking of Karak Khazarak. Sir Percival the Just, who is one of the Knights Panther, I believe, or was he a Knight of the White Wolf? I think he's a Knights Panther.
yeah.
He's a Knights Panther, yep. And Lieutenant Mikael Ulrichsen, who led the contingent of the Middenheim State Troopers. There's a few others that you might recognize. I'll get you to make for me. If you've got Law Middenheim, I will allow you to make an average test. If you have not got that, I'll allow you to make a difficult perception test.
Perception.
Alrighty.
Is that going to be with hearing or just looking around?
It's
with
just
eyes?
with sight, so yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Cool.
So challenging if we don't have anything.
No, it'll be difficult if you don't have anything.
I am
Oh, yeah,
on
fair.
fucking fire. Can I just say, my rolls have been fucking immaculate.
You've done well.
Jesus.
There we go. Cool. All right. So the other. We only had two marginal failures. Okay, so Hiker doesn't recognize anyone else other than the people I've already mentioned. Gehenna vaguely recognizes an individual who is sort of sitting in the shadows behind where Baron Heinrich is. She has a vague memory of having met this guy before, but she's struggling to put your finger on where it was. Do I have any descriptors for him? Let me see. No, I don't really have any descriptors for him. He's a tall, broad-shouldered man with a... You can see the vaguest hint of scars on one of his cheeks. But he is sitting in the shadows, so you can't really get a clear enough view to know. Luke, you rolled a... Oops, rolling the wrong way. You got a marginal failure as well. You... let's see, you recognize there is an elf here who you know to be a member of the royal court, but you can't remember what his name is.
Elf Royal Court.
and there is another man who is wearing very flamboyantly, ostentatious armor, which feels like unnecessary considering that you're.
Does it look entirely decorative, or like?
It looks
actually hold
no.
up?
It looks like it's definitely functional, but it's just been like glammed up to the nines.
Right,
Like it
so like-
doesn't look like it's seen use in actual battle in a long time. Ulrich, you, however, did actually pass the test.
Okay.
So you recognize the elf to be Alevandro van Maris, who is the Graf's huntsmaster.
Of course, he recognizes an elf.
Of course, he recognizes an elf.
Fuck.
You actually have met Alevandro once before, very briefly.
Okay.
Yeah. He rocked up at the town that you were staging from when you went to retake Karak Khazarak.
Oh, okay.
But like that's it. He just appeared and then like he kind of introduced himself and then took no further
Yeah,
part. Technically,
was that,
technically he was there at the fight, but we just didn't use him.
Yeah, but wasn't that he literally came to us and was like, "Hello there," and just fucking left, and we were like, "Who was that?" It's like, "Ah, it's the Grafma. That's the Graf's Huntmaster." Like, oh, okay.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And the man in the ostentatious armor, again, you recognize him from the time when you were presented to the Graf. And you know him to be the Graf's champion.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, not the Graf's champion, my apologies. I'm thinking of Dieter Schmiedhammer, who you have met.
Schmied.
No, he's not the Graf's champion. He is a close personal friend and advisor of the Graf. He is the Duke Thugenheim.
What was that again, sorry?
The Duke Thugenheim.
Guggenheim.
Yeah, Guggenheim.
Get Thugenheim, yeah.
Guggenheim.
Thugenheim. Like that.
Oh, Thugenheim.
Thugenheim.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I'm
Sorry,
with you now.
the cold does make it difficult to get
Oh, yeah,
all
for
of the
sure.
sounds out.
Wait, was it an F or a
As
TH?
TH.
Yeah.
Cool, nothing seems to be
One
loading
second,
properly.
yeah.
Marvellous. The other people who are here you don't recognise, and some other people are sort of still coming in as after you have arrived. So I guess do you find places to sit? This is basically if you were to imagine the Octagon Theatre at UW, but like on a smaller scale, this is essentially what this room looks like.
It's like a theater or amphitheater, but with a hexagon shape.
Yep. And it's it's not quite as big as the Octagon at UW. It's on a smaller scale. Like you'd probably fit maybe 50 people in here if you really squished them in.
I'm
So-
with you. I'm with you.
Very very small classes are held in here. You wouldn't have full blown lectures in here.
Making all that noise.
Sorry, that's me in the kitchen. I'll just turn off my mic while I'm doing that. Sorry.
So you guys find some seats.
Yeah.
Jana waves to Hiker. Is Oswald with you? I assume he is.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him to take notes.
So you take some seats. The last couple of people enter. There's another man who appears to be some sort of soldier. By his mantle, he looks like he might be one of the Knights of the White Wolf. And then the last person to enter is a Sigmarite priest. And there is a moment of tension as the Sigmarite priest claps eyes on the Ulrican priest who has taken the sort of stand at the center of stage, but it passes. Banks is a very gregarious man. He says, "Brother Theodosius, thank you for joining us." And Theodosius sort of nods his head and says, "I was intrigued by your missive, and after speaking with the High Priest, I figured it was best I attend." Well, find a seat. I believe we're all here now. So, everyone takes a seat. The little chit-chat dies off, and Brother Bengt takes the stand and says, "Well, thank you all for coming on such short notice. As some of you will probably know, I've spent the past 3 months researching the lore and history of the first evil to befall Middenheim, Babrikos. And, several people who are in the know nod, a couple of other people gasp and make, warding signs against evil. It's a concern. Well, I can tell you, my research has finally borne fruit. Tucked away in a very dusty corner, I might add, of the law house, I have found a very old and singularly unique tome, which mentions information regards to how Babrikos has survived throughout these long years. And he, with great reverence, pulls a very ancient-looking tome out of the off of the stool behind him, puts it on the stand, and very delicately, for quite a big muscular man, he very delicately flips the pages through until he finds what he's after. It says here that after his first death, when the followers of Babrikos woke him from the grave by unnatural means, Babrikos made a way to ensure that, should he die again, his life force would not be completely spent and he would not have to rely on his followers to bring him back. And so, he undertook a ritual. He gathered other necromancers of lesser powers and sacrificed them and bound his spirit into their bones. These bones have been sought after as relics of reverence for his followers, but they've never been found. Probably because they didn't have this here book that explains where they're buried.
Well, that's good news.
Indeed. It's quite fortunate that this book fell into the hands of the Brothers of the Book. It's actually written by a captured member of the cult of Babrikos. Who here is familiar with the geography of the area?
I do not raise my hand.
I also do not raise my hand.
I definitely don't raise my hand.
Cool. There's a few Middenheimers in the room, so they all raise their hands.
I suppose Wolfgang would.
Wolfgang is from Middenland, but
Oh,
yeah, he
yeah.
probably would know a bit of the geography of the land. Um, that is not what I'm looking for. Are you familiar with the Howling Stones? And a few people nod. There's a couple of quiet murmurs of "Aye, yes, we know of the stones." Hang on a second. I realised that I don't have me notes. Woe is
This
me.
large, muscular man starts padding on his
Actually,
like cargo shorts for his notepad.
Oswald would probably know. He has law Middenheim.
Yes, he would certainly know of the Howling Stones.
Yeah.
Now the question is, do I remember where the Howling Stones are? Where's my map of Middenheim? Middenheim? The Middenheim.
Check it out. A Sigma, no. No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, okay. It's probably maybe a day's ride north of Middenheim.
They're relatively close in the grand scheme of things.
Relatively close in the grand scheme of things, definitely. Let's see if I've got any mentions of the notes here. Secrets of the Stones. Yep. Cool. Yep. All right. Don't mind me. So he pauses for a minute and then continues. These necromancers were buried under each of the standing stones, the Howling Stones. Hence the ever-present rumours of hauntings.
Didn't
At
we
the site.
pass one?
You certainly did. You've passed the Howling Stones before on your way to
Investigate that town.
yes, which
Ah.
I've completely forgotten what it's called. Albavitz, that's the one.
It's
Huh.
In fact, you would have passed by it several times because you would have had to pass by it both to and from on your way to Salzamund as well.
Hmm.
Now, to the best of my knowledge, there is a way to defeat Babrikos truly, and that is to exhume these bodies and put them to the flame. However,
I'm sure it won't be easy.
aye, quite right. My thoughts would be, being that Babrikos is such a powerful necromancer, we might need to use something slightly stronger than just regular flame.
What
So,
are you suggesting?
and at this point, Jana pipes up and says, "You're suggesting that we use the Eternal Flame, aren't you?" Aye, indeed. The Eternal Flame that burns in the heart of Middenheim and burns up through the center of the High Temple of Ulrich, the symbol of Ulrich's power in the Empire. It is my belief that if we take brands of this Eternal Flame with us, kept alight in lanterns, and use this flame along with anointed salts, we can cleanse each of these burial sites, and hopefully that will be enough to disperse Babrikos's life essence At the very least, if Babrikos himself has manifested, which I just sincerely hope to Ulrich above that he has not, then by us doing this, he will no longer be bound, and we theoretically should be able to kill him, finally, and put him to rest.
I mean, even if he hasn't come back yet, it's still a good idea to do this.
Indeed. So this is why I've gathered you all here today, that you are a select group of individuals who I have spoken with, or I have had dealings with, or my friends over here have had dealings with, in relation to Babrikos, or in relation to the eternal well-being of this city and its peoples. You come from all different walks of life, sort of nodding to various people in the room. It only makes sense that people from all walks of life band together to take on this one threat that threatens the city as a whole. So, in in saying that, I feel we must put aside our differences of opinion, religious, ideological, status, to serve together to defeat this the first evil. And Brother Theodosius at this point pipes up and says, "Well said. The Brothers of Sigmar will see it done." You can almost feel Wolfgang like just flipping gang signs everywhere.
So, how many of these stones are there?
There are 5 standing stones.
And they're not all in the same place, right? Like a henge, they're spread out. Is that right?
So I didn't catch half of that, sorry, what was that?
So they're not all in like the same place. They're in different locations, right?
No, they're all at the one location.
Oh, well, that wasn't very clever.
Oh.
Good for us, I suppose.
I do not think that this will be an easy task, however. I have a suspicion, based on what we've heard and understood from our travellers here, that things are not as they seem out in the wilds outside of Middenheim proper. The dead walk.
Oh, yes. We were attacked by a Geist when we last returned from there.
You will, I fear that we'll have more than just spectres to deal with. The news coming out of the north is quite concerning. At this point, Baron Heinrich steps up and says, "Indeed, Brother Bengt, the news from the north has become very concerning. The last missive we had from Nordringen was that it was overrun with the undead. And that hordes of the living dead have risen and are sacking every known habited settlement in the north of the duchy." And if Babrikos has risen, he will be gathering all manner of darkness to him. Other necromancers, beasts of chaos, of terror. I fear we will be in for quite a fight. And
Well, we can prepare, I suppose.
Indeed, I think those of us in the room should make preparations for an excursion to the Howling Stones.
Aye.
we need to ensure that Babrikos does not rise, and if he has risen, we need to ensure that when he dies this time, he stays dead.
Indeed.
Indeed, laddie.
So, what's the plan? Do we have one yet?
Banked turns to he turns to Baron Heinrich and says, Baron, if you will. And Banked takes a seat, and the Heinrich walks out onto the stage and says, well, it is a loose plan at the moment, and I am willing to take suggestions from the gathering here. As it stands, we are aware that there are 5 standing stones, and 5 sets of remains. My suggestion is that we split off into 5 groups, if you will. Each of those groups will have one bearer of a piece of the eternal flame, with a further, say, 2 or 3 as backups scattered amongst the groups in case one of us should fall before we have the chance to use the flame.
Hey.
I believe that all of us who undertake this mission should carry with us the sacred anointed warding salts, which we can acquire from the Temple of Shalia, so that any one of us can at least provide that part of the rite of exorcism. The bones will be buried deep. There's many thousands of years ago that Babrikos performed this ritual, so it will take time to dig them up. I recommend that we have in each group at least 2 people with shovels to dig whilst the others defend them against whatever threat might be facing us. And I believe that each group should be as well mixed as possible. And as he says that, the shadowy figure who is seated behind him pipes up, "What do you mean by that?" "What I mean, Helmet, is that we must divvy our strengths equally, so that no one group possesses a greater component of our abilities than any other. So we have 3, 4 wizards. I say that we split the wizards up, so that, you know, of the groups, 3 or 4 of the groups will have a wizard with them. We have 3 priests, including Wolfgang. I say that we split the priests up so that there are enough priests around. We have many fighters amongst us. Some more adept at fighting than others. Some maybe prefer ranged fighting. I say that we divvy our strengths so that no one group is overburdened with talent.
Makes sense.
So, with that in mind, this is out of character. My intention for what is coming is it's going to be a big old scrap. We're not going to do it tonight because Alex isn't here and I don't want him to miss out.
Mhm.
I also haven't finished prepping it. But because it is going to be a big old scrap, I'm going to give you a bunch of NPCs to control.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds
Cool.
fun.
Yeah. So, so you'll each get, obviously, yourself. If you have any followers already, you'll get those that you control. So, obviously, you have Oswald, Steve,
Yeah.
Johanna, Steph. You actually have your 4 thugs.
Yes, I do.
So
My boys.
you can bring your boys with you.
I may bring the boys.
Bring in the boys. And then I
Please.
Boys are back in town.
I will then work out the best way to give you guys some other NPCs to control. Because I'm going to be wielding a possibly unwieldy amount of monsters to throw at you.
Yeah.
So I don't want it to be so dull where it's going to be me just rolling for 19 different characters before we get to your turns. So, what we can do here, if we want, we can do a bit more planning and prep, or I can show you all of the various different NPCs that we have on offer today, and we can start breaking things down.
I put some like the Price is Right music.
Yeah, hang on, I'm sure I could find some. 1 second. Let's turn this off for just a second, and it won't work if I cut away. So rude. So, it's time to choose your NPC. Okay, that's quite enough of that, I think. Also, I don't want to get pinged for copyright infringement.
There is that.
There is that. I will put... sure, let's put... I'm just going to pick... we'll just put the midnight music back on. That's fine. I was like, I'll put something fun on. Nah, I'll just put the midnight music back on. It's fine. Alright, so, we have some characters that you already have all seen. So, we have... oops, hang on. I can press a different button and go show to players. Brother Banked. Oh, why has this character sheet got nothing on it? That's weird. Oh, hang on. I think I know why. Because he's meant to be an NPC. That's weird. What's going on? Where's all of his stats? Can you see his stats at all, or am I...
No.
No.
Picture.
Ugh. Alright. Fine. Alright. We'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. Apparently, I can't just show him to you like that. I will have to do the following. I will make it so that he can be controlled by all players. There we go. Now you should be able to see his stats.
Yep. So different.
There's no different?
No, it's so different. The layout.
Yes, it's for NPCs. It's quite fun.
Yeah.
Is it?
Like the layout.
It's still loading.
And is Pook.
So you can be like, bam, bam. He's researching. He sucks at it. He's actually not bad.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's like my dog. Yeah, true. Yeah, okay. Blessing of savagery.
spell at all. That's the wrong type of warrior priest. I'll come back to it. I don't know why this is not working. Yeah. That's weird. I can no longer see his stats, but that's fine. I know what he's like. The other one that you all are already aware of is Baron Heinrich, who I've also made available to you all.
A Zweihander.
Yeah.
Why?
Again, why is it?
I can see Barons.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's being weird when I'm trying to hit show to player for the stream view. It just comes up with a blank character sheet. Very
Oh.
weird.
Hmm.
But then if I like look at it in my GM view, I've got all of the stats and stuff there. All right. Well, for those playing along at home, I will just drag this over to here so everyone can see.
If I just...
So, Baron Heinrich's not a slouch.
Yeah, no, punk.
I'll happily control Brother Banked.
Alrighty. One Brother Banked. In that case, if you guys are finished viewing Brother Banked, he is now under mine and Steve's control.
Very good.
Steph. Steph? Oh, you've turned your... Oh, you're back. I was
Shut
gonna-
the mic off while
I
I'm
was-
eating.
I was like, hang on, I just remembered she said she turned her mic off.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I've been aware that it's been off.
Cool, okay.
Just all the chewing.
I
might be
was
unpleasant.
going to say, it's entirely up to you. Would you like to split your minions up so that everyone else can control them as if you would like, or are you fine with having just your minions to control and maybe some others? Because otherwise, because you've got
Oh, what does everyone?
you've got 4 thugs, and I feel like you'll probably not end up getting, just for pure balance sake, you won't get that many other NPCs to use otherwise.
Mhm.
So,
Look, I'm happy to split up the boys if that works out better.
Let's.
I'm cool either way.
cool. Yeah, it might, at the very least for yourself, it'll be a bit more fun if you're not having to control just the 4 thugs that you've got. You'll get to muck around with, you know, like wizards and whatnot as well. Would anyone like to lay claim to Baron Heinrich?
You can take the Baron.
You would like the Baron?
Yeah, seems like an upstanding citizen.
Anyone else? Going once, going twice?
He can have the Baron. I'll let him have the Baron. I'll let him have that Zweihander.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate you.
Done. Baron Heinrich is now under mine and Luke's control.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of these guys I haven't created tokens for yet. I will do that during the week.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be a messy map. All right. The next individual we have on offer this evening
Fantasy draft, I love it.
is
Well, the
Yana.
bank went first overall.
Yana Eberhauser. So I will make her visible to everyone, so you can all have a look. See.
Literally everyone just kind of like, now who wants Yana? Everyone kind of looks away awkwardly and they goes, who's up next though? Who's the other one we can get though?
All right. So
That's all
I've
the
made
player cards.
Yana available for you all to view.
I could have taken all the wizards, but that would be a lot of work.
But I want the wizards to be split up, so I would.
Would be
Yeah.
polite.
As it stands, it's fine for you to have Oswald. He is your apprentice.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, all he can do is dart anyway.
yeah. But I wouldn't say you can take any other wizards.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So Yana is an Azurite wizard.
Cool.
Lightning.
Lightning, maybe.
Lightning.
Yeah, she does do some lightning.
I can't see it.
I've made it available to everyone.
Give it some time.
Hold up. Maybe if I do this as well. Boink. How about now?
Boink!
How about now?
Where should I be looking? There's so much new things that have appeared on my side that I've never seen before.
Inside Adventure 9.
Yep.
There'll be NPCs.
It's the one thing that's fucking.
Yeah, let me refresh. Let's have a cheeky go at that.
Yeah, all I can see for 9 is Baron and Banked. No,
Yeah.
Yanni's.
I did just make her available for everyone, so you should be able to see her, technically.
I'm still.
Can't
I'm
find
looking
it, but
for-
that's probably me.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because I need to do this as well.
You didn't bloody share it, did you, mate?
I did, but it's...
Oh.
Try now.
Oh, there it is.
Ah.
There it is. Yana Eberhauer.
There we go. There's Yana.
Oh my god, fucking the first thing is bird speech, and all I can think of is fucking
One, my goodness.
it's fucking Gandalf whispering
Must
to the
be
fucking moth.
fucking nice.
Look, it's not a terribly useful spell. It's very much a out of
A
combat
utility
spell.
spell.
It's very much a utility spell. You can get a comprehensible rumor from a flock of birds if
Yeah,
you
but-
pass a
but-
challenging gossip test.
Ben, you forget.
Because birds usually don't know shit.
They got the memory of birds.
You know, snitch.
What of Cassandra?
It's a ruling shit. Gosh darn.
The Mistral from the stratosphere
Yeah, that's a fun one.
to radiate frigid azure from your outstretched hand. Choose a direction.
Good heavens!
Oh fuck.
Outstanding.
Oh fuck.
Oh look, I'm
He's
all
gonna
about
be a
bird
much
speech.
Me. I just like make myself bleed.
Okay, if no one
Yes.
else wants the bird wizard,
If you feel so inclined.
Isn't that not
dude,
what
I'm
the
actually
bird
looking at a book on my bookshelf right now, which is called Wizard of the Pigeons.
Well, I think
Not
by
even
that
funny.
alone, it should go to Steph.
Oh yeah, I agree.
All right.
It's meant to be.
There we go. Yana Eberhauer has now been controlled by myself and Steph.
Did you guys
Oh,
remember
yeah.
the absolute fever dream of a TV show that was Pigeon Boy on ABC?
Holy shit, loved Pigeon Boy.
I love Pigeon Boy so
Incredible
much.
fever dream of a TV show. Never got to well, actually, did he ever get to properly fly? I don't remember.
No, he's never gonna fly. He's a fucking child in
Ah,
a ghost costume.
fucking selfish ass pigeon.
All right. Let's go with someone a bit different this time. Let's go with the elf.
Oh.
Right.
Surely this has to go with Ulrich. Just for bands.
Just for the band.
Come on.
Alavandrel Fanmaris. The other elf in court. Ooh.
This guy looks like the ultimate elf weeb.
He does look like the ultimate elf. I want him just.
He's even got a side fringe under that foliage.
Come on now.
No, that's not a side fringe, is it? That's
No, he's got long flowing locks.
yeah. Ugh, of course he fucking does. Long hair. Put it on mohawk, why don't you?
If you hadn't guessed by looking at his talents, this guy's a one-trick pony.
I don't get to see them yet. It's just the bio info.
Oh, have I not made that available to you?
Not yet.
I do say, I do apologize. Try that. Try
How
that.
do declare?
Have some of that, yeah.
Well, I'll put in, yeah.
How about now?
It's loaded.
That looks sick.
Yeah, he's a one-trick pony, and that trick is
Well, I'm
shooting
not-
things.
Shoots good.
I'm a one-trick man. So, if I may, I'm gonna steal this guy. I'm gonna
There it is.
parlay,
There it is.
if you know what I mean.
This fucking 4/4 is just helping elves, honestly.
He's just leaning
It's in
into
his
it now.
blood. It's in his blood from the very first thing we did.
He's just leaning into it now. So you're taking the elf?
I'm taking Elven Ralph and Maris.
Alright, guys. He's on Nick's team.
Boom.
Alright, let's pick someone slightly different. Let's go this guy. No. So this gentleman was the shadowy individual who was behind Baron Heinrich. Once you see this character sheet, Steph, you may remember him, potentially. So this is Helmut, who is a lieutenant for the man's criminal organization.
Ah,
He's also a fierce midden ball player.
he employs Wolfgang Bandpatter.
Sports ball?
Sports
well,
ball.
why would you look at that? Just people who don't appreciate a good game of midden ball.
He just doesn't like people who don't like midden ball.
How could you not, mate? It's fucking classic. It's the people's fucking game. Oh god, this guy really is an enormous chav, isn't he?
He is.
He really is.
He's got knuckle
I can't-
dusters.
I'm kind of tempted to take him just because I want to be the guy who plays the guy who doesn't like people who don't like a good game of midnight ball.
If that's what you want.
Look, I'm a simple man, you know?
A simple man gets a simple man.
Simple man gets a simple midden ball.
Alright, I need to... If anyone else wants to make a claim, now's the chance.
I'll pass on this guy. Needs to work well with my my nobility, and I think it's going to work out.
Alright, Nick,
I need a strong midfield.
he's all yours.
Hey. Okay.
3, 6...
You get 5 people each, is that what you said?
No, it's not going to be 5 people each. I think you each get 4 people.
Hell, that's even better.
Got 2 so far, so I'm on the up and up.
Alright, the next person I shall reveal is someone you guys have all met.
If it's that lady that fought with us in the wilds against a fucking spiders. I want her because she was crazy.
It is not.
Rolled.
It is not her.
You rolled so well for her.
I rolled fucking dumb for her. It was just so stupid how well I rolled.
Yeah.
It was a little silly.
What? Just I didn't understand. Yeah, it was just bonkers how well I rolled for him. For her, sorry. No, but it is instead Sir Percival the Just, who has a bevy of talents and a bevy of skills and a lance.
Called a lance. Hello. Baron Henrik is a spy monster. It's fucking sick.
I'll take Sir Percival.
Sir
just
Percival.
If no one else wants it. Want to?
Go for it. Take him.
Since I rode with him in the battle.
Alrighty.
He's too etiquetteful.
Baron doesn't have any stats, just letting you know. I don't know if that's a thing that's...
It's quite possible that I've not gone through and like completed his
that's
stat sheet.
That's okay.
It's also not letting me view it, which is annoying. That's fine. I will go through during the week and I'll fix everything up. I will make myself a note though that I need to do that.
Could you tell me off the top of your cuff, is Baron Henrik he's a spy master, but is he like a tank or is he a rogue sword? I know he has his way hander, but
I
his
think
spy
he's definitely capable in combat, but he's not armored.
Imagine not being armored, but just rocking up with a fucking Zweihander.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's
Yeah,
here.
No
that-
offense, no defense.
Yeah, that's the way to be, you know? That's the
Absolute
life.
glass cannon, I love it.
Armor's overrated, man. You know, you just look. I'm all for the no armor life these days. You know,
This dude's sick. He's
the fewer
there to fuck
pick-
spiders. I
the
love
fewer
how-
pieces of metal between me and my enemy's blood, the better.
Alright, the next individual that we will put up on display. It feels so weird saying that. Just at the meat market here. Is Brother Theodosius.
What about Wolfgang?
Sorry, what?
Are we just gonna let that excellent quote by Nick just ride?
I didn't catch it. What?
The fewer pieces of metal between me and my enemy's blood, the better.
Yeah. It's the sickness brain. It's just not. It's not coming through.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you gonna assign some to Wolfgang?
I will do. Yeah. So obviously Wolfgang's not going to get any priests, being that he's a priest. So he is nothing special. He's not blessed. So no miracles or blessings from him.
Oh.
But he is a decent defensive combatant.
He does have a warhammer.
He does have a warhammer. You're quite correct. But yeah, so he has beat blade, which means that for your action you can choose to like knock an opponent's sword aside, essentially, and they lose at a point of advantage. And it's unopposed.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
bad. And then he also has two skills in reaction strike, which means that he gets to make free attacks when he's charged.
Maybe we'll see some others and come back to Brother Theo. But you know, you're just gonna get a well-rounded draft. Can't just be picking willy-nilly, you know.
So, with that in mind, remembering that Wolfgang cannot take Brother Theodosius because we can't have two priests in the one party. So, and I think who's got two people so far? It's
I do.
and
Yeah, I've got to.
I've got a priest. I got Brother Bank.
You got Banked, and you've got
Sir Percival.
Sir Percival. Yep. And you also have Oswald, so you can only take another one.
I mean, I got 2 strong NPCs.
Yeah.
Banked is blessed. So.
Banked is blessed. Be that as actually, that's not a bad idea, considering that you have 2 strong NPCs and Oswald. I am going to assign you one of Hiker's thugs.
Johannes, yeah.
Sorry, Johannes thugs.
Yep.
I'm going to roll a d4.
That makes sense.
Number 3, you get Bruiser.
Yeah!
Bloody bruiser!
He's secretly into flower arranging.
He-
No one knows.
He's
There's a reason.
he's a good dude. He's Bruiser. And we'll put him into there.
There's tattoos in love and memory of me mother.
There you go.
Live and laugh on his knuckles.
Bruiser gets a proper character sheet because he's controlled by Johanna, so he's got all sorts of fun stuff going on. Oh, I will make a note as well as to like fate and fortune and whatnot for those characters. I'll sort that out during the week.
Yep.
I need to talk to you about mine as well, because I'm still not entirely sure how it works. Like, for example, I have 0 resilience, 2 resolve, no fate, no fortune, and I think that's right, but I don't know why.
Yep, that is correct.
Cool. Okay.
Yep.
And these things don't regen, so there's just no fate or fortune
So
for the foreseeable future, right?
fortune is equal to the amount of fate that you have. So if you had 1 point of fate, you would automatically, every time we start a session, you would have 1 point of fortune. But because you've used all your fate points, avoiding death, you have no fortune left. Resilience and resolve, at least when you initially start your character, they are linked, but they are spent differently and earned back differently. So resilience is earned back through acting according to your motivation, and it's spent for resisting the effects of like conditions.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
then,
Yeah, I was just making sure that I didn't accidentally.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
correct.
Cool.
Cool. So yeah, you have a bruiser. So that is you, Steve. Sorted.
Roger.
Right. Let us reveal. Alright. So we now have Viren Thugenheim.
Guggenheim. Yeah, Guggenheim. Implacable. Oh, what? Holy shit! Dude!
He's pretty good.
Dude! Oh, God! Some good talents.
Yeah, he's all right.
Too good to be on my team, so I'm gonna pass on the thug.
Oh, he's got a lot of armor.
He does have a lot of armor.
Yeah.
And he's like 6 toughness bonus as well. He can soak a lot. Like he's soaking 10 points of damage.
Fuck, man.
He's a really good tank. Wish I had him. I'm
I've got-
squishy.
I've got 2 if you want to take them.
I am maxed out
Wait, how do you have 4?
because Oswald and the thug, and then Sir Percival and Brother Banked.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay.
That's alright.
Maybe I'll take them.
Do it.
Sir Percival can just ride around in circles. His horse can take the damage.
Are you wanting him
Yeah.
then?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Give me Sir Give me Sir T-34. I will take this tank, and I shall use it well.
All right. That makes you 3, correct?
Yep.
Great. You get a thug.
Time for a thug.
It will be.
Thuggin.
This is the dog crew, by the way. Now that I've got Yorg. Sorry, Yorg.
I'll roll a 3 again. I'm going to be most annoyed. 1. Cool. You get. Smiley.
Fuck yeah, Smiley.
Smiley. Is this the Joker?
No. Alright, there we go. And that's Smiley.
Smiley. Outlaws. Smiley.
It's delightful.
I like how it just says here, doomed. Steph to fill in.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
There's a good chance. We might need it.
Yeah.
Have it be like under the stone.
So
Watching my friends not die.
because I like randomly generated these characters with Steph, I gave them random talents. So I enjoy this guy is supernumerate.
Yeah, he's supernumerate. He has a strong
So
back
numerate.
He can read, which is impressive.
and has an acute sense of taste.
Yep.
This guy was born in like a different postcode. He would be like King's advisor, like head of economy.
Weird guy.
Exactly.
He's a strange man, but there you
Why
go.
is he working for you? That's funny.
All right. Let us go. So Luke, you currently have 1.
Yeah, I just have the Baron.
All right. Well, we shall reveal the next contender. Just thinking about it. There we go. Captain Moritz Valgier.
This sounds like he needs to be on my team.
Wow.
He is the Knight of the White Wolf.
Ooh.
Dibs. I'm taking him.
Taking him. There it is.
Oh, look at that
He's a
face.
seasoned drinker and he knew how to party hard. Fuck yeah, he knows where it needs to be.
Oh yes.
He's a lancer. He's a cavalry hammer.
Yes. I've not written it in his trappings, but he
just a
does
joke
have
on
a
and
warhorse
on.
as well. In fact, I will add
Oh,
it in.
what?
That's sick.
That would make sense,
Yeah.
being a knight and all.
Jesus, what a lad.
Bruiser is like amazing. His talents are so good.
I know,
Not
right?
for battle.
I know, right?
But
He's-
he has mimic and perfect pitch.
yeah.
It could just be anyone.
No, having
Very
perfect pitch does
versatile.
not. Having perfect pitch does not mean you can be anyone.
I mean, Mimic
Uh,
does.
It's
It
mimic.
sounds a lot
Replicate
like someone
notes.
without perfect pitch would say.
He can
Yeah, but-
replicate notes perfectly and identify them without even making a test.
That's true. That is true.
And then he can mimic accents and dialects.
So you can hear them
Yes.
perfectly, and then
Replicate them perfectly.
wasn't there some other weird thing with perfect pitch? Oh, this is a whole conversation for another time. Keep going. Keep going.
So Luke, you want him?
Yes, please.
All right.
We'll take Moritz.
And so it was done. So that puts you on 2?
Yep.
Alrighty. We have another somewhat familiar face.
Well, who gets the gold wizard?
Who has a wizard
Well,
already?
I've already got a wizard, so I'm good.
I do not have a wizard. I was about to say lizard.
Do you have a lizard though?
I do not have a lizard.
About a king gizzard lizard wizard.
King is the Lizzie Whiz.
Well, if I was potentially thinking I might hold back the other wizard for Alexi.
Go for it. I'm too useless to deal with a wizard anyway.
So we have Lieutenant Mikael Ulriksson. He's also pretty good.
Hello, my name is Mikkel Ulriksson. I have been drilled 3 times.
My name is Mickle.
And it inspired me twice.
I have a strong back, and I'm very strong. Oh man, this fucking guy, what's his... Oh, okay, it's from the State Army, that's why. Gotcha.
I realised that I've said he has a shield, but I'm not actually giving him a shield. I probably should do that. That might help.
That's
I mean,
the
he's
beauty of
skilled
online
with
games,
it.
baby.
He's skilled with it, doesn't mean he uses it. He despises defense.
I can never remember what damage shields do. I think it's 2, isn't it?
Did they even do damage?
Technically they're undamaging, but they do have a damage stat.
Yeah. I think it's just based on whatever their shield is. So a normal shield is 2.
Yeah, cool. Well, there you go. He has a shield.
Armor value, I should say.
Steph, would you like Lieutenant Mikkel?
I will take Lieutenant Mikkel.
Marvellous. Alrighty, that is Steph. Cool. So, I'm going to go ahead and assign Albrecht to Alex. I will put him in everyone's journals though, so you can all see what he looks like. I feel like it's only fair.
Yep.
He's a bit of a baller, not gonna lie.
Albrecht Hellsweather. High Wizard.
Yeah.
Hi, wizard.
The Crucible of Charmon.
Hey, war wizard.
Sense. Oh, I thought
Here's enchant weapon.
He does have enchant weapon.
I thought that said sense meal. I was just like, he can sense a meal within a what? A fucking 60-yard range? Oh, this guy.
No, metal.
Okay, good. He is a war wizard, which is and instinctive dictation.
Transmutation of Shaman is a beast of a spell. So, you wrench Shaman from the metals worn by your foes and the earth itself, briefly transforming the flesh of your enemies into metal.
Oh,
This is a magic missile affecting all within the area of effect, with damage equal to your willpower bonus. This spell ignores toughness bonus and inflicts 1 blinded, deafened, and stunned conditions for the duration of the spell.
It gives them armor?
It gives them +1 armor from the gold wrapped around their bodies, but they also suffer from suffocation. And if they die while the spell is in effect, they are permanently encased in a shell of base metals.
Wow. So you basically Iron Maiden them, effectively.
Very much so.
Wow.
He's
That is amazing.
Cool.
He is quite cool.
Damn.
War Wizard is a fun talent. You
Yeah.
can cast a spell with a casting number of 5 or less for free without using your action, but you can't do another spell that turn.
Yeah.
that is pretty good.
It's
Damn.
quite good.
You still have to cast it, right? But you just don't use an action.
Yes. Yeah, so it's essentially a free action to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good, and that's kind of why I stacked him up with a bunch of low CN spells. He's got some high ones, obviously. Transmutation of Shaman being a CN of 12. But yeah, he's the head of the Guild of Wizards. What do you expect? He's supposed to be a bloody
Yeah.
brilliant caster.
For sure.
Alright, so we shall make that Alexi's charge. Alrighty. Who have I not done? So who's missing some individuals?
I'm maxed out.
You're maxed out. Steve, you're maxed out.
I've got 2. Does that mean I'm maxed out?
No.
I think it's me, Steph, and Alex.
Yeah. So Alex currently has. Alex has a wizard, and I will allocate him a thug. He gets to flip a coin between the last 2. A D2. He rolls a 1, so he will get Gingo.
Bingo.
Gingo.
Oh,
So that will be Alex. Alice. Why did that not work? There we go. Alright, and so that puts Alex at 2. So the 3 of you are all at 2 apiece. Alright, so I will bring back out for display Brother Theodosius. So one of the 2 of you must choose Theodosius, as Alex cannot take another priest.
I'll take a priest.
Cool.
For the Theodosius.
Brother Theodosius. So that takes you up to 3, Steph, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Cool. If I do my maths right, can you all just rattle off who you have control of? Steve.
I have Bruiser, Oswald, Brother Banked, and Sir Percival the Just.
Cool. Steph.
I have where's it gone? I have Jenna Ibenhar and Brother Theodosius and Lieutenant Mikkel Urukson.
Cool. Nick.
I got Alavandrel van Maris. I got the Helmut Beckenbauer. I
What is
got
this
the
voice?
Viran Thugenheim. And I got the Smiley.
Buddy! You can play this game.
Luke, what have you got?
I have Baron Heinrich and Chloe Grace Moritz.
Incredible, flawless.
Slime.
That's where we're at the moment.
I think I am missing a character. And then
Got any priesty boys? And I think I need a thug, right?
yeah, so you'll get the final thug,
Thug,
which will
thug,
be
Final thought.
Thug me up.
which will be Cuddles.
Yes, Cuddles.
Hi, my name's Curdles. Oh, what do you do? Shank you?
Cuddles is great because he has as an aversion to multiple syllable words and a fondness for violence.
Oh,
Yeah.
Multiple syllable words.
He's a simple man.
Cannot wait to see this freaking player sheet thing. Give me Cuddles. I need him.
Yeah, I've definitely given him control to you. He might not be with the other characters. He's probably further down under PCs.
In Outlaws.
Ah, yes, Cuddles. Oh, rogue. Nice. He just has a player sheet. He doesn't have like a little spiely thing. Eh?
No, he has a player sheet.
That's how sick.
Yeah. He's
He
also
flees.
he's also 6'8". He's fucking tall.
What the fuck? He's got a bow.
It's
Oh, yeah.
scary, yes.
Oh, he's got a hand weapon. I get him a bow? Is that a thing that's allowed?
Sorry.
As he has ranged skill, so maybe I'll purchase him a bow real quick.
Oh yeah, if you want. We'll have some time.
Oh my god, this guy. Is he 6'8"?
He's 6'8". Big boy.
But why?
Why not? They grow 'em tall down in the south.
They bloody grow 'em tall, boy.
6'8" with thinning red hair.
So that means you got 3.
Yeah.
Cool. Steph, you've got 3.
Mhm.
Then the other 2 of you have got 4. Wolfgang's only got 2. Well, what that means is I have to introduce another character to the mix.
Oh dear.
Let's see.
No, more characters.
More characters.
What a shame.
Let's give him. Yeah. All right. He'll do. Unless there's another one from. Oh, you know what? Actually, rather than this guy, he can have your old friend, Dieter Schmiedhammer.
Ah.
I will make him visible for all, so we can all see the wonder that is Dieter.
Deets.
He is the Graphs champion, so he is an absolute baller. I will just quickly, because it doesn't make any sense that he wouldn't have that. Alright. So, I will allocate Dieter to Alexi. You can go into soldiers. And we will do that, which means that we've got 2 with 4 and 2 with 4 and 3 with 3.
Yeah, I only have 3, including a thug.
Cool. All right. As the as you all start sort of gathering together into sort of groups and discussing, who is going to undertake what role in this quest. Brother Banks says, I think we should set out in a week's time. Give us time to prepare, but not so much time as to allow this evil to fester any longer.
Who got the Schmied?
Sorry?
Who got Schmiedy?
Wolfgang. So, you guys will essentially have downtime, not in the traditional sense. We're not going to do downtime activities as such. I still need to catch up with 3 of you to do your downtime activities from previously. So we can worry about that later. We don't have to do that right now.
Yeah, I'm away this weekend, so anytime next week I'm good.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, essentially you'll have this week to prepare for your upcoming, I guess, quest to save Middenheim and possibly the Empire.
Oh yeah.
No pressure.
So, is there anything that your characters would like to do during this period of downtime?
I think it's time to embrace my full Slayer attitudes.
Say goodbye to those luscious locks and up comes the mohawk?
Say, yep, I need to find someone that isn't a dwarf to give me my mohawk.
And to dye your hair bright orange.
And to dye my hair bright orange.
Yep.
And get tattoos, etc., etc.
Cool.
Is it possible for me to withdraw money from the bank?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. I might buy war horses for the other 2 members of my party.
Sure.
Or 3 members of my party if I have enough. I have to look at it.
Do some shopping during the week, but I'll let you know.
I don't remember what you've got money-wise in the bank, unfortunately.
I do.
Marvelous. Cool.
It's a fair bit.
Cool.
It is.
Got that horse money.
I have 9 gold banked at 9% and 48 gold banked at 8%.
Woohoo!
Dang.
Alright.
I'd do it.
You're wanting to withdraw all of this?
Yes.
Alright, let's do the 9 gold at 9%. So, I will roll a d100. If it is greater than 9, you get your money plus interest. If it is equal to or less than 9, it has been lost. The endeavor that it was put into has gone bankrupt.
Alright.
So,
I might have to look at how much I need for the horses before I withdraw the 48.
Sure.
All of it.
Are you wanting to do this now then, or would you like to...
Uh,
I'll tell you how much a war horse is, shall I? Let's
Yeah.
start with that. Oops. A war...
because I know, I'm assuming they're not cheap.
A light war horse. No, they're not cheap.
I don't have enough.
They are 70 crowns.
Okay.
Word.
I do not have enough. Never mind
No.
then.
You could probably purchase a horse.
Yeah, but they're just gonna get shit scared and run away. Most likely.
Most likely.
Yeah, I'll have to think about it.
Okay.
And then I'll let you know during the week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or next week, probably.
Yep. Has anyone else got anything that they would like to do during the downtime? Alternatively, as Steve has said, we can do it at some point during the week or at the start of next session.
Yeah, I'll think about some shopping I want to do, and I might send you a message a bit later.
Yep.
Yeah, I might want to plan some stuff.
Alright. Well,
So how many priests do we have amongst us in this party?
3. So there's Bengt, Theodosius, and Wolfgang.
Sweet.
There's like 3.5 wizards because Oswald only really knows Bolt.
No, Dart.
Dart? He doesn't even
know
know Bolt, he knows Dart. Okay.
Dart's an Bolt's an arcane spell.
Yeah. Has he not got arcane magic yet?
All he has is petty magic. He hasn't got enough experience doing anything. He's only gained 100 experience.
Is that right? I thought he had more than that.
I mean, when you've been giving us experience. Most times he hasn't been there. Well, except last session he was there.
He was
so
there.
Maybe.
Yeah, so I'm looking at his character sheet now. He's spent some experience.
I spent a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't give him the I didn't give him the XP that we gained last time. So I
right.
probably need to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just looking up whatever I added in.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
because he'd get the same, so that will probably be enough for him to get some stuff.
There's 150.
He'd be able to get a spell with that, probably.
Yeah, he can. It's 100 for another petty spell, and then it would be 100 for arcane magic, and then I could probably get him another petty magic spell.
Yeah, I mean, or you could take 100 to give him arcane, and then 100 to give him an arcane spell.
Yes, I could.
The only conditions behind that is that they have to be spells that you know.
Oh, and he's not a level 2 Shadowmancer.
So this is the thing. We were discussing this the other day. Well, at least Nick and I were. There is nothing in the rules that say that you can't take talents from further up your career path.
Okay.
So you're more than if it's in your career path, you can purchase advances in skills and talents.
Yeah, you just need the ones that are listed
at that
to
specific
or
level
whatever
to progress to the next one. Yeah.
So if you went and took them all from like level 3, then you wouldn't be able to go up to level 2 or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. Precisely. So, yeah, there's nothing stopping you from at this base level of level 1 taking that skill and then taking a spell and a etheric, arcane magic. Yeah. That's completely acceptable.
Alright, I'll do that.
I'll leave that up to you. Yeah, as I said, the only caveat is that because he's your apprentice, he only knows your spells.
Yeah. Well, then, because I can give him Bolt then, as a Ulgu spell, does someone want to take him instead so they have a wizard? Because Bolt's pretty good because it goes through armor, or his Bolt will. I don't know how successful he'll be at casting it though. Or we just leave things as they are.
It's entirely up to you. And I guess we can discuss it next week if you want.
Sounds good.
Obviously, Johanna and Wolfgang will not be able to take a wizard, so it would really only be. Well, really, it would only be Lucian because Ulrich is maxed out unless he wants to swap with someone.
Yeah, it's alright.
But
I don't mind.
Options are there. We can discuss it next week. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So, are we all fine to do another session next week?
On Friday, I
Friday?
cannot.
You are not free?
I've got D&D. Normally we don't do Fridays, but that was the only available time we had.
I'm good.
What about in a fortnight's time then? So the 26th.
Yeah, can do.
I might
do that.
be a little bit late, or I can join on the phone in my car. But I just got. I'm pretty sure my nails are that week, but I can join in the car or whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I won't be. I'll probably be home like 8. Should be fine.
Yes, this will be probably the penultimate episode of this large Middenheim arc. This next one, so I'd like for everyone to be there. So if we can make it the 26th, that'd be sick.
Hell yeah.
Should be alright.
And that will give me extra time to get prepped and make sure all these character sheets are up to scratch and have spoken to you all about various downtime activities and whatnot. So
Awesome.
Cool. Well, only a short-ish one
I
this
have
evening,
written it in my diary.
but I figure the next one
That
is
was
going to
good
be
fun.
absolutely insane. So, the stuff I have prepped for you guys is going to melt your little faces.
Oh,
We'll see about
that
that.
sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, you certainly will see. I jokingly said to Lisa, I want this encounter to fuck them up.
Down to die.
Yeah.
Ooh. Anyway.
Go out in a blaze of glory.
So, be prepared, as the Boy Scouts say.
Also,
Mhm.
congratulations to Luke.
Yes, Lisa has reminded me. Congrats, Luke. I know I've mentioned it in person, I think. But congrats on upcoming bub.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
That's
It's
right.
coming very soon. It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Wait, when?
It was like August, isn't it?
What?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Damn.
and the 19th.
Exciting.
You're gonna be a dad.
I'm gonna be so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
Correct.
Just exhausted.
Yeah, Maddie's doing all the hard work currently, so
Mm.